Hello, my name is Alex, and welcome to Journeys Through Time. And if this is the first time you've seen me, this is a journey about my business um, journey, the challenges and the lessons along the way. And if you want to watch the journey so far, be sure to like and subscribe and watch the journey so far. And if you're returning, welcome back because this is episode 8. And in the last episode, um, I was explaining about all the different experts that I'd come into contact with, and basically realizing that when you spend time with experts who specialize in specific areas, you realize that specializing offers greater value because they've they've had the time uh, to spend more time going deeper into their subject areas. And by default, almost, that if you pursue an area of specialism, you're just going to have deeper knowledge and can offer more value to people who are new to it. But whilst I was doing this, I had attended some meetings and I got to meet someone who was presenting a package called, a personal journey of discovery. And essentially, it began as a man walking on a beach in a remote location, teasing you into getting you to think about where you come from. And of course, we're so used to being us out in the world, and obviously there are other people out there, and your life's journey, uh, it may have begun recently, it may have begun a lot longer ago, but it's that world around you which has formed you, and perhaps um, you thought that your path had already, had already been decided for you. That's when you left school, you went to college or university, then you went started a career, and most of us think that you know is it. But you can go beyond this, and the way it was described to me is that the best way, if you're not happy with where you are, the best way to change the future is to create it. And I thought that was an incredibly um, nice way of looking at it. And what it requires in order to let new ideas in is to develop a curious mindset. We all have hopes and dreams, don't we? And if the thing, if you ever walked into an apple orchard, you may or you may not have done, right? But if you do, you will realize that not all apples are alike, right? There isn't one kind of apple and one way to grow apples. I remember when I was growing up, we used to live next to apple orchards, and maybe it was organic apple growing, but it certainly wasn't like the apples you see today in supermarkets, all the same shape, same color. Um, but, in an organic setting, apples grow in all shapes and sizes. And if they're the same variety, they still taste the same regardless of their shape and color. So this is important because if you are looking to develop a business, well, you need a compass and you need a sense of direction. And my decision to talk more closely to this person through their introductory course was really the first sign of what would be a deeper journey ahead. Because imagine if you're not sure of what direction you wish to go to, it's a bit like being on a ship without a rudder. Uh, and your ship could end up anywhere. But if you want to um, go on a journey like this and determine what your true destiny is, well, you first have to think about it. And this process is about unpacking it. And it's really quite, it's a really interesting process. So, not surprisingly, I learned quite a few things from doing this. And firstly, is that you're more in control of this process than we think. Just because we are complex individuals, it doesn't mean that we can't make sense of ourselves. And when, because we're in control of ourselves, we can also control the way I think and, the kind of outcomes that we're looking for. And when it comes to the travel space, curiosity is incredibly important. No, you could say curiosity is important everywhere, but it's particularly important in the travel business. And because when you're on journeys, you're constantly bumping into people, sometimes literally, sometimes not. So, and travel is one of those great things that makes you and helps you form different opinions about places, journeys, the people you meet. And sometimes it also helps you with the creation of values. Having values, um, we all have them inside us. Sometimes they are conscious and sometimes they are unconscious. And the journeys we take help us form them and reinforce them. So the process really was about creating a compass so that you know your sense of direction. Now, when we go up, of course, we are being influenced by everybody who is older than us. And as a result, we can take, we can take on our life's journey all their opinions in addition to our own. But as part of unpacking this new sense of direction, it's important to recognize that there's what you believe and what other people instilled in you, because that is essentially part of knowing and establishing what you feel your sense of direction should be, because that is the first part of this particular journey. So that's kind of part one. So in the next episode, there's more to come, because it's about turning those initial thoughts into what will be a meaningful journey. For after all, why go on a journey unless it means something to you? So that's the subject of the next video. See you then.